C'est avec un grand plaisir qu'on accueille l'entraîneur associé, s'occupe également des gardiens de but du côté des Eagles de Boston College, Mike Ayers. Mike, thank you for doing this today.
Of course, excited to be here.
It's going to be a pretty big night in Boston tonight with Jacob Fowler playing at the TD Garden against the Bruins. The big question is, will you be in attendance?
I'm trying to get there. I'm
Okay.
trying to get there. It's not an easy ticket to get. You know how Boston and Montreal is, that rivalry, so it's always hard.
There must be really a sense of pride to see him play in the NHL after spending the past 2 years with him, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's always exciting for our guys, our former players, to go through, and obviously, seeing Jacob get this opportunity so early in his career is pretty special for us, and we're just excited that he's having success, and I think it says a lot about his character and his work ethic.
We're surprised to see him play in the NHL so fast. Yes, he played in the AHL, but now he's playing with the Montreal Canadiens. He's doing pretty well also. Are you surprised to see how fast everything went?
I am a little bit, but at the same time, I think he was also given an opportunity, and a lot of success in careers come from good opportunities, and he's had a good opportunity with Montreal, and he's taking advantage of it. So it's a testament to his character and what he's kind of strived for his whole career, and it's nice to see him get rewarded like that.
What was your relationship like with Jacob back in Boston College? And even now, is he still calling you, texting you for advices?
Yeah, I mean, we call, we text, we kind of brainstorm from time to time. I know he's pretty busy. All of our former players are at that level, so we try not to bother them too much. But it's always nice hearing from them. Jacob is a thinker, and he likes to kind of put some thoughts together and get some ideas of maybe what he used to do versus what he's doing now, and kind of how he feels within his game. So it's always a back and forth, which is great.
Going back to tonight's game, Jacob played at the TD Garden during the Beanpot. Are there any advantages for a young goalie to know his surroundings? He knows the place, maybe has already some visual cues from the ice. Does it matter at all?
I'm sure it gives him a comfort level. I think it probably brings back some good memories for him when he was at Boston College. So, again, he's wearing a different uniform. The ice is the same. Everything's the same. And the building's going to be packed just like it was for the Beanpots and Hockey's championships. So it'll be a great opportunity, but definitely some familiar faces and sounds and just sights. So he should be pretty comfortable.
I spoke with Jacob a few months ago. I believe it's September, and I think that his mind was still a little bit with the Eagles. He said that not being on the team hasn't sunk in yet. It was back in September, but when he'll see them play without him on the ice, now it will sink in. He said that he will forever be grateful for his 2 years at BC. How was he back then in college, on campus and on the ice also?
You know what? The guys love being around him. He's not like a lot of other goalies that I've seen or played with that kind of stick to themselves. He's energetic. He's vocal in the locker room. And I think the guys had that level of comfort with him, and they had that uh, they just felt comfortable. They played loose in front of them, and a lot of the opportunities we gave up were due to that. But at the same time, they knew that he would always have their back, and that's an important part of being a good teammate. And but off the ice around campus, in the academics with our professors and all that stuff, he had a great reputation, which is important for our kids at BC.
If you compare the Jacob Fowler that we know now to the Jacob Fowler that wore for the first time maroon and gold, what are his main strengths? Just how much has he developed his game over the past couple of years?
I think he's a student of the game, and I think that's a big piece to growing and developing. He's very aware of the other team, their strengths, their weaknesses, shooters, individuals, power play stuff. He's very aware of all that stuff. So that, I think, set a precedent for him moving forward in his career. Then it was a lot of work. I mean, he puts in a lot of time on the ice, but also just watching film. Like he would watch tons of NHL games when we were together here, and I think that translates, just the knowledge and the preparation and being, almost playing on your toes a little bit, having that little cliche, but um, I think that allowed him to make that jump pretty quickly. But certainly his efficiency in the crease and his ability to see pucks and compete for pucks was always a testament to his work ethic.
I just love the fact that you said, I think, twice that he was a great student of the game, a great student in the classroom also, which is amazing for a student athlete. He was selected in the third round in the 2023, 69th overall. Looking at him now, I'm sure that there are a lot of teams that would have picked him way earlier than that. Do you have a sense as to why he slid maybe a little bit at the draft?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams were skeptical of his ceiling. And to be honest with you, I would say his mindset is the thing that separated him from a lot of other goalies in that draft. And that's my opinion. I think for him, I think a lot of it was the draft and it was the physical stuff. Whether it was not the prototypical body type or something like that. But to me, the mindset was always there, and you need a mindset. Um, he has that growth mindset where he just wants to continue to learn and continue to grow. But I think a lot of people took the physical piece and was like, oh, it's not going to translate. And Jacob has proven time and time again that you should not doubt him. And I think he did that with us. And, I know it's just the beginning stages for him in his career with Montreal, but I think he has a really bright future.
Mike, I'm looking at the list of the goalies you've coached, and the list is pretty good, pretty amazing. Spencer Knight, Thatcher Demko, Joseph Woll, and now Jacob Fowler. What is in the water in Chestnut Hill?
We have a lot of good things going on there. We have great support, academics, all that stuff. The coaches, our father Tony Penna does a great job, off the ice with the kids in terms of growing. Just them as individuals, not necessarily hockey. It's just individuals. So, I think those things are so vital in the growth and development of these young athletes. And we have it's a company-wide policy. We are trying to do our best for every single kid that walks through that door. So.
I'm way overdue for my next visit at Boston College. I think it's been like I was saying, 12 or 13 years. I can't wait to go back. Besides Jacobs, there are two players from the Montreal Canadiens that played in the NCAA with Boston College, Mike Madison and Alex Newhook. What do you remember from them, from their time in Boston College?
Mike was great. Mike was always a leader. I had a couple of years with Mike, and he always had, quiet demeanor, but everybody respected him. When he spoke, everybody listened. He had that mentality in our room, and certainly was a key, a catalyst for our team, while he was there. We were excited for him when he signed his pro contract a year early, but Mike was always great and high-end character kid. And then Nui, unbelievable energy. He brought it every single day. It didn't matter what we were doing, but he's a special kid. He's one of the guys that we stay in touch with pretty frequently. And it's unfortunate what happened to him this year, but obviously we're hoping for a speedy recovery and getting him back on the ice soon.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks for doing this today. Enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you very much. Good luck.